What really happened to Felicity Huffman? You'll never know. Felicity Huffman was born Felicity Kendall Huffman on December 9, 1962, in Bedford, New York, U.S. The daughter of Grace Valle and Moore Peters Huffman, a banker, and partner at Morgan Stanley. Experiencing childhood no one wants. Her parents divorced a year after her birth, and she was raised by both of them. When Huffman was a young teenager, she discovered that her biological father was Roger Tolman Marr, who was a family friend. Each of our lives is different. Each of us has a difficult story to tell to others. We often look at their goodness and judge their happiness, but it's actually an empty choice box. She has 6 sisters and a brother. In the 1970s, Huffman's mother left New York and bought the property in Snowmass, Colorado, where Felicity and her siblings spent their youth. For her earlier family background, her hard work was also affected. But not so that it is underestimated what she has truly dedicated herself to with the enthusiasm and youth of herself. From the beginning, their starting point was different from us. Some started with no money in hand, some were different, they were born at the finish line, that was their luck, and in here what experiences with this young girl will be something that, imagines, depicts the most authentically real society. There are things that cannot be understood deeply. Huffman attended the Putney School, a private boarding high school in Putney, Vermont, and graduated from Interlochen Arts Academy in Michigan in 1981. She attended New York University, Circle in the Square Theatre School, and the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London, England. Going through life's ups and downs, what makes people happier as family? Seeing everyone healthy and happy is the core of who we are. Huffman dated actor William H. Macy on and off for 15 years before they married on September 6, 1997. They have 2 daughters, Sophia and Georgia. She has appeared on television, in movies, and on stage many times with her husband. The couple each received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on March 7, 2012. Huffman made her debut on stage in 1982 and in the 1980s and 1990s worked as a rule on stage productions. In 1988, she debuted on Broadway in the role of Karen in David Mamet's play Speed the Plow. Huffman debuted on the big screen in 1988 with a small role in Mamet's film Things Change. 2 years later, she appeared as Minnie, a Harvard Law School student in the courtroom drama Reversal of Fortune. Huffman starred in the television miniseries Golden Years, based on the novel by Stephen King in 1991. In 1994, she starred in the ABC pilot Thunder Alley as Ed Asner's daughter but was replaced in subsequent episodes by Diane Venora when the series began. During the 1990s, she appeared mostly in guest roles on such shows as The X-Files, Early Edition, Chicago Hope, and Law & Order. In 1997, she starred in Mamet's film The Spanish Prisoner. In 1995, Huffman won Obie Award for her performance in the play The Cryptogram by David Mamet. In 1999 she starred in the premiere of David Mamet's play Boston Marriage, about the daringly intimate relationship between 2 turn-of-the-century women, as well as in several other major theatrical productions. From 1998 to 2000, she portrayed Dana Whitaker in the series Sports Night, for which she received several awards and nominations, including a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, Television Series Musical or Comedy. In 1999, she appeared in the Paul Thomas Anderson's ensemble drama Magnolia and television adaptation of the 1938 movie A Slight Case of Murder along with William H. Macy. In 2001, she starred in the not-picked-up CBS pilot Heart Department. In 2003, she starred in Showtime's miniseries Out of Order. In 2002 she played Lady Bird Johnson in the HBO award-winning movie Path to War and made a cameo appearance in Door to Door, which starred, and was written by, her husband. She also starred in Snap Decision with Mare Winningham, raising Helen as Kate Hudson's character's older sister, and Christmas with the Cranks, as the best friend of Jamie Lee Curtis' character. After a recurring role on the NBC sitcom Frasier, Huffman landed a leading role in an ABC comedy series Desperate Housewives, co-starring with Marcia Cross, Terry Hatcher, and Eva Longoria. She identifies as pro-choice and has campaigned for women's rights on behalf of NARAL. In 2005, Huffman revealed that she had suffered from both anorexia and bulimia in her late teens and 20s. Huffman won an Emmy Award for her work on Desperate Housewives in 2005, as well as 2 2006 Screen Actors Guild Awards in 2006 and received several other awards. Huffman's performance in Transamerica was praised by many critics and garnered her a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, as well as nominations for Best Actress and Best Actress, and several other awards and nominations. Huffman is now a voting member of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. In 2007, Huffman starred in Gary Marshall's Georgia Rule with Jane Fonda and Lindsay Lohan, and in 2008 in independent drama Phoebe in Wonderland. She made a film, Lester, as a writer, director, and actress in 2010. A report in November 2010 suggested that Huffman, along with co-star Terry Hatcher, would be quitting Desperate Housewives, but ABC denied the claim. The series ended in May 2012, after 8 seasons. Huffman said that after seeing her as Lynette Scavo on Housewives for 8 years it was difficult for audiences to think of her as anything else. She said that's why she was eager for a role that's a distinctive departure. After Desperate Housewives finale, Huffman reunited with playwright David Mamet in the comedy play November. The play debuted on September 26 and ended on November 4, 2012. In 2012, she also appeared in the ensemble cast independent movie, Trust Me, opposite Clark Gregg. Huffman is the co-author of the self-help book A Practical Handbook for the Boyfriend. On March 1, 2012, Huffman launched What the Flicka, a website dedicated to women and mothers where she was a regular contributor. In March 2019, the website was reportedly deactivated. In 2013, Huffman starred in the independent drama Rudderless, and in the adventure film Big Game opposite Samuel L. Jackson. She also starred in another independent drama Stealing Cars and was cast in the comedy film Zendo. In April 2014 she appeared in the independent film Cake opposite Jennifer Aniston. In 2014, Huffman was cast as the lead in the ABC anthology legal drama pilot American Crime created by John Ridley. The pilot was picked up to series in May 2014. On October 2, 2014, it was announced that Huffman would be star and executive producer alongside Carol Mendelsohn in her untitled drama about a special agent who is the fearless leader of a team of young agents in the New York City Joint Terrorism Task Force. The project was developed for ABC but was not green-lighted for the 2015-2016 television season. American Crime debuted on ABC in March 2015 and Huffman received critical acclaim for her performance as an antagonistic character. In 2018, Huffman starred in the second season of the Epix comedy drama Get Shorty. In 2019, Huffman starred in 2 Netflix projects, the Ava DuVernay miniseries When They See Us about the famous Central Park jogger case from 1989 in which a jogger was attacked in Central Park in New York City, and in the comedy drama film Otherhood based on the novel Whatever Makes You Happy by William Sutcliffe. She also starred in the drama film Tammy's Always Dying directed by Amy Jo Johnson, which had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival in September 2019. Huffman was among dozens charged by the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office on March 12, 2019, in a nationwide college entrance exam cheating scandal. Prosecutors alleged that Huffman's $15,000 donation to the Key Worldwide Foundation, ostensibly a charitable contribution, was in fact payment to a person who pretended to be Huffman's daughter Sophia, took the SAT for her, and received a score greatly improved from Sophia's score on the preliminary SAT. Huffman was arrested at her California home on March 12 and charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services fraud. She appeared on March 13 in Los Angeles federal court, where federal agents took her passport and the court released her on $250,000 bail. Huffman formally pleaded guilty to honest services fraud on May 13, 2019, and on September 13 she was sentenced to 14 days in jail, 1 year of supervised release, fined $30,000, and ordered to undertake 250 hours of community service. On October 15, 2019, Huffman reported to the Federal Correctional Institution in Dublin, California, to begin her sentence. She was released on October 25, 2019, 2 days early because October 27 fell on a weekend. As of October 2020, when Huffman completed her full sentence, no charges have filed against her husband and Sophia's father, actor and director William H. Macy. That's what happened to Felicity Huffman, but we understand that life is inherently unfair. I am not sure everything is, we just know how to put absolute faith in something. I don't deny the tribute she brings, but I am not so blind that even right and wrong doesn't care. A prime example of how the rich get away with breaking the law. Please remember in 2011, McDowell, a homeless Bridgeport, Connecticut mom, was arrested and charged with first-degree larceny for enrolling her then 5-year-old son Andrew in a school in neighboring Norwalk. McDowell at the time said she and her son were able to sleep at an apartment in Bridgeport at night, but during the day had to leave, and lived in her van or at shelters. McDowell eventually took a plea deal and was sentenced to 5 years in prison for the charges connected to sending her son to school in the Norwalk School District. Who would have thought that wanting a good education for my son would put me in this predicament? So why did Felicity Huffman not get at least 5 years? She could have been sentenced to 20 years. 14 days in prison is a slap in the face of justice. No wonder justice is blind.